Now let's get into what this rifle is really made of. Here is Pursuit of Accuracy's full review.
Welcome to the Pursuit of Accuracy. Today we're going to be taking a look at the CZ457 Varmint MTR. Alright guys, today we're going to be looking at my CZ457 Varmint MTR or matched target rifle. So what you're going to get with the MTR versus some of the other 457 rifles mostly is a match barrel and this 457 MTR stock. So this MTR stock actually has pillars in it. They're not aluminum pillars like you would find in aftermarket stocks for the 455, but they're plastic pillars. They do work really well and I haven't had any problems with crushing these. I do torque my action down to 35 inch-pounds in this rifle, and it works great. It's really repeatable, and I haven't had any issues with it at all. As far as accuracy is concerned, this rifle has been really accurate for me. I've shot 0.2 inch groups at 50 with it with Center X, as well as a 0.5 inch group at 100 yards. So today we're going to be shooting some SK long range match. And that particular lot, this rifle isn't really crazy about, but it does still shoot it pretty good. It shoots it better than MOA. So for a rifle at this price point, which you're talking MSRP somewhere around $785, street value about $700 to $750 depending where you get it, it's a really accurate rifle. It's really well put together. The fit and finish is really good. So this rifle obviously isn't stock anymore. I've modified it quite a bit for the PRS 22 game. Starting with this Area 419 Arca Swiss rail. This allows me to put a lot of attachments and things on it. It allows me to move this bipod up and down the rail and really helps with positional shooting. In addition to the Area 419 Arca Swiss rail, I've also installed the Area 419 30 MOA Picatinny rail. This allows me to dial out to about 300 yards without having to hold over on this optic. And because I did install that, I had to install this Victor Titan cheek rest, and this cheek rest allows me to get a high enough cheek well that I can still see through the optic reliably. So I think we've talked enough about this. Let's go outside at 50 yards on the bench and see how it shoots. So the groups you're watching being shot right now, those are off of a stripped and clean barrel. So the barrel is still going through a little bit of a seasoning process. That's why you notice the first group's going to be a little bit bigger, and then it's going to start to tighten up. Typically with this barrel and ammo, I'm seeing sub MOA about 4/10 of an inch on average. guys, as you can see, the CZ457 MTR does pretty good. I got a little carried away out there, went out there to shoot these 3 50-yard groups and ended up shooting steel. As you can tell from the groups, they weren't the greatest, but they weren't the worst. That SK long range match isn't particularly the best ammo for this barrel, but it does work pretty good. And I do strip and clean these barrels in between ammos, so that was a totally clean and stripped barrel. So the groups that you were looking at, the first group was cold bore, and the first time that ammo had been down the barrel since cleaning. So they did tighten up a little bit, and that's pretty typical is what I'm seeing is a 0.4, 0.5 out of that SK long range match out at 50 yards. You can tell I could easily clear that KYL rack at 100 yards. That goes down to a 1/2 inch diameter target, and it was just killing that steel. So I was making a few bad wind calls out at 150. Once I corrected, I got back on that second plate, and it put down a pretty respectable group at 150 yards. It's probably a 3-inch group, so not terrible in the wind and real world conditions. Final thoughts on the rifle. For this price point in this market, it's really hard to beat this rifle. If you're on the fence about grabbing this, I'd say just go ahead and head down to the store and buy one. It's a really, really nice rifle. Said the fit and finish is excellent on it. It's something you can pass down to your kids, and it's just super fun to shoot. The bolt and everything is really smooth. It is a little tighter of a bolt close because of the tight chamber, but even my daughter has no problems manipulating the bolt in the gun. So if you're looking for something for competition and you don't mind spending a little bit extra money over a standard CZ457, I would say the CZ457 Varmint MTR should be your next rifle. Thanks for watching The Pursuit of Accuracy. If you enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel.